Hi, everybody. Don't adjust your screens. It's me, Kate Ricci. I'm here with you today. I'm hosting To North Bay with Love. It's my first time doing this. Bear with me as I navigate this whole thing. Lisa Boivin is here with me today. We did a little chat with the Capitol Center where Lisa and I first met. It's a full circle moment today. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be great. Katina, Connolly, and Dan Misturada join us and chat a little bit about the Capitol Center, the season launch, block party. Lots of little tasty nuggets in there for you. Do want to mention today's sponsor. It is Battery. This is To North Bay with Love. I'm Kate Ricci. Join us.
The snowmobile is parked. The ice is melted. And suddenly, all those batteries you ignored all winter are no longer working. The boat just won't start. The ATV's not cooperating. Even the golf carts decided it's taking the season off. That's where Battery North Bay comes in. Boats, ATVs, motorcycles, e-bikes, solar systems, cordless tools, even the kids' Power Wheels. If it runs on a battery, chances are we've got it in stock and ready to go. We're locally owned, proudly serving Northern Ontario, and we ship Canada-wide. Stop by 1315 Main Street West or call 705-478-5400. Battery North Bay, powered up for every season.
Well, I wanted to start by saying Lisa and I first met at the Capitol Center. That was our first meeting when I was there in 2007.
It's true. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we talked about this last time, I think, too. But it's relevant to the Capitol Center because, oh my God.
That's where we met.
Exactly. You were Lee Cool. No, you were the telemarketing and house program ads specialist.
Person.
Let's call you a specialist.
Sure. Oh, I like that better than person.
And I was the marketing intern with Lee Cools.
Yeah.
And and that's how our friendship brewed.
The next time I see you, I have a picture of us in the photocopy room at the Capitol Center. And it's kind of, I don't know if I'm in it, but I know you're in it because you're kind of turned, you're just like one of these, it's like a candid. I was like, hey, Kate. And then you turned and was like,
we'll need that for
and
the
we're looking like a
archives.
baby.
We will. We'll need that for the
you're
archives.
like a little baby.
It should be, yes.
And then you continued your career at the Capitol Center for quite a few years.
I did a couple contracts there in marketing and then finished it out. And look where I am now, hosting this podcast with you, Lisa.
Yeah, man.
Full circle moment.
Selling houses, hosting podcasts.
Hey, that's what we do. That's what we do. We want to thank Katina, Connolly, and Dan Misturada for coming today from the Capitol Center, of course. Good segue.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you here today. Basically, I think this timing is perfect because we just finished the season, right? We finished the 25-26 season. I'm 2 years behind. And we're going into the 26-27, which is very exciting. The season always overlaps 2 years, right? Almost evenly, not really, kind of, right? So what can you tell us about last season? Let's start there. What did you learn from last season? What are you hoping to bring this year? That kind of thing.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having us. Last season was just one of those spectacular, off-the-wall seasons that sort of broke any expectations that we had. You know, we kicked things off with some massive names and some sold-out houses. You know, people like Jan Arden, Tom Morello, Howie Mandel, James Barker Band. The names just kept coming. And, you know, sometimes we just get really lucky that a lot of them are all out and touring at the same times. And it all just sort of hit. And it was this magic feeling. You know, you talk about how both you and Lisa, you know, met at the Capitol Center. And for us, the Capitol Center really is that gathering place where the community comes together. And we felt like this season, we got a lot of that with all of the events that were happening, not just all of the concerts and shows that we present, but all of our community partners and groups, you know, from the dance recitals and Dreamcoat and all of those groups that come in. It was just one of those magical seasons. And I don't know how to describe it, but it just felt really overwhelming, but in a really good way for us.
We also aren't entirely sure how to recreate that.
Yeah.
Everyone's touring schedules to align again.
Yeah.
But it was an impressive year.
It'd be kind of like making an album and it's the top album. It's like, how do we repeat this again? You know, I'm sure that's what bands go through when they're
It's like
planning.
sometimes you can't catch lightning in a bottle.
Exactly,
Twice.
right?
Okay, Kate, you said something interesting though. What do you mean by like the season overlaps? Or
Well, it's always starts in September.
Oh,
and
I
it
see. That-
ends
okay.
in May
Okay,
typically.
yeah.
Or yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of how it goes.
I guess it would be the end of the season, yeah.
I don't think people realize the Capitol Center is one of the biggest theaters north of Barrie, south of Thunder Bay. I think that's still the stat. And it
And
has
the largest public art gallery
The
in
largest-
Northern Ontario as
Amazing.
well, north of Barrie. So it's quite a gem for the community, but for Northern Ontario. And we get that feedback from a lot of artists and such that are touring through is I think they come to North Bay, and if they haven't been here before, they're like, okay, like, where are we ending up tonight? And then they walk out on stage, they're like, oh, geez. Like,
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
yes.
So we're very fortunate to have the Capitol Center here in North Bay.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say.
go
I
ahead.
didn't talking about how big it is. I didn't realize in 1987 when they did a remodel. I had no idea that it went from 1455, like 1,455 seats, down to 998, which is still massive. But I didn't know it was that big. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So like where
The balcony
where are
used
those
to
seats?
sorry, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the
Yeah.
balcony used to go over top of where people are sitting in the orchestra.
Like the concession bar used to be.
Yeah.
Seats that would go further back.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's
So
hard
we
to
actually
imagine.
we took out a few more seats in 2012, 2013 timeframe.
When they did the platform.
We added an accessible platform, which
Yes,
allowed us
yeah.
to enhance accessibility services within the building. We added the elevator, the ramp was there, added some accessible seats. So we're at 932 seats now, which is still like it's a great house.
Yeah.
For the larger names that come in. It is a big venue for a community our size. But it's been able to work in all kinds of different events and shows. So
And it's like I've had the honor of being on the stage quite a few times over the years. With
Mary
either
Poppins.
doing Dreamcoat and doing the military shows in November, and it's still intimate, which is nice. Like anyways, as like I find as a performer, like when you're up there, it sounds massive, like to be 930 seats, but I think they did a really good job at making it just seem really intimate still. Like there's not a bad seat in the house. And you're able to kind of access everybody,
So
the
true.
balcony. Like it's still a really kind of, it's a great place to kind of walk out on, and
Yeah, it's
nostalgic. Yeah.
The intimacy that you feel in that
Yeah.
space is fantastic. And, something that we always say to people that come in is that there isn't a bad seat in the house, and you're
Right.
never more than 95 feet away from the stage.
Right.
Because it's such an intimate space.
Yeah, Dan, you're not from here originally. So when you first came to the Capitol Center, what was your impression of it when you got there?
Kind of like when artists walk in and they're like, oh, I didn't realize this was here. Of course, before you go anywhere, you're looking at their website and everything. But the first impression is always, wow, this is such a grand space. And it's so unassuming from the outside. It was quite an adventure coming up here because I had never been to North Bay before the day of my interview.
Okay.
So, it was just,
it's also
fell in love.
Like the theater itself is beautiful, but even the lobby space, it's really prior to a show, I like standing in the lobby and watching people kind of come in and like tickets at the door, head to bar concession. And it still amazes me how many people must not have been to the Capitol Center before or just weren't paying attention the first time or something, because people will still come in and just like the staircase up to the balcony
staircase, yeah.
and the chandelier, which was original to the 1929 building. There's just, there's a lot of, it's very grandiose maybe.
Yeah.
And
Elegant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yes.
elegant. Yeah.
Awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
You had your wedding photos done.
I did. I think
On that
there's-
grand staircase,
I think they're
didn't you?
still on the
I did too.
balcony. And Lisa
I think a lot
sang
of
at my
people do.
wedding.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look
Yeah,
at this.
I think, that was a really cool thing to add on to the Capitol Center. Like, it's such a part of the community, but then also having weddings there and different little parties and things that you can do as well. Okay. Guys, I do have to ask a question though, okay? Because the last few times I've been to the Capitol Center and you're coming in down the hallway, okay? Why is it so bright in the hallway? Katina? Dan,
the main hallway.
what's going on? My retinas are burning. Okay, I need to wear like Ray Charles glasses. What's happening there?
I mean, it used to be like 4 or 5 different shades of purple. So we had to start somewhere.
It's because they're planning a giant mural. That's why,
We
Lisa.
started with a clean slate.
Because the lights are very, very bright in that area. You
We
know?
do have plans
Okay.
to add something to this space. But this was our clean slate.
Lisa, think
There's a
blank
lot
canvas.
of different stuff
Blank
going
canvas.
on.
Think
Okay,
blank
that's cool.
canvas,
'Cause
okay?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you kind of come in, and you're coming from like the dark parking lot, and then you kind of come in the hallway, from the back parking lot, and you're coming in the hallway, and then you kind of come in, you're like, oh God, where's my ticket? Yeah, it's kind of there's like a lot of. I'm like, save the lights for the stage. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
but
and
it's very
in
bright.
terms of those lights, those are a fairly recent addition because
yes.
they were.
It used to be like a more dim, but
And as a charitable and not-for-profit organization ourselves, we have to rely on grants. So there was an energy efficiency grant that came through. So all the lighting got switched over to LED.
Yes.
Energy efficient, and we were also a little surprised by how bright it was. So now we're trying to figure out what next steps are for that space.
It's good for safety. It's good for safety, right? I mean, it's tile floor, so like in the winter, if it's slippery and stuff, you want it.
people
But yeah,
to
those
see what
darn
they're
LED
going.
lights. Let me tell you, gone is the nostalgia of the Christmas lights, the glowy, good old fashioned. What are they called? Halogens. They gone.
They go.
They gone.
There you go. It's going to be 100 years soon. The Capitol Center is going to be 100 next year. 1927 it was built. So
1929.
sorry,
So
29. Okay.
Still not that far away.
Still not that far
But
off.
what happened it started
there
in
was
1927. It started building in
Yes,
27.
started
It finished in
construction.
29.
Yeah, because he went
Okay.
bankrupt. The dude.
Yes, the guy from Sturgeon Falls.
Yeah, man. He went bankrupt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So a Sturgeon Falls businessman started construction on the Capitol Center or the Capitol Theater at the time, I guess, in 1927. Went bankrupt, so famous players bought it. So it opened in 1929 as a Cineplex, and it showed the first talkie. So yeah, in Old Arizona, right? Am I messing that
That's
up?
correct. Look at you.
So 1929, and then predominantly a Cineplex for years upon years, but some local organizations getting involved doing performances and such on the stage. And then when famous players wanted to chop it up, that's when Betty Spears came in to save the day, and North Bay rallied behind her.
What a woman.
And in 87, it reopened with the gallery added.
Right.
Significantly fewer seats.
Yeah.
So expanded space for different partnerships. So like the
Right.
string school, the North Bay Symphony Orchestra has had some office space there, different artist residence spaces. So just a nice home for arts and entertainment. So not strictly programming, although that tends to be the bulk of activity within the space. So now we have the WKP Kennedy Gallery, which is a really nice addition to things. So not just performing arts, but the visual arts. And we've seen some really great engagement with the gallery over the last few years, both in terms of people visiting the space and just kind of taking in the variety of exhibitions, but artists also. Last year we had over 400 artists submit artwork for various shows in the gallery. Wow. A lot of them local, a lot of them, I might be guessing here, a lot of them I think maybe not having done professional shows before, maybe amateur artists, I'm going to say. But we did a number of different community shows, which is a really good opportunity for either aspiring artists or someone that just has a passion for art to submit a piece. And I think those shows, the community shows, really resonate well with the community because you recognize a few names on the wall. You kind of recognize some budding talent. So those are a fun one for me, at least. But yeah, the gallery has been doing great things as well to kind of complement the events that happen in the theater.
Yeah, literally 1 hour ago, somebody just messaged me on Messenger and said, Kate, I thought you might know, like, where can I actually buy art? They wanted to know where to buy art locally. I was like, well, you should probably go to the WKP Kennedy. I said the Whitewater Gallery, and then a couple others escaped me. I said, we should do a gallery hop sometime.
Yeah.
Because those are happening as well, right?
Yeah.
Like they're every month, I think.
Quarterly.
Quarterly,
I think they do 4 a year for the gallery house.
Summer,
And that's
fall.
the nice thing too. Like 400 artists had their pieces on the wall in the WKP Kennedy Gallery last year. And we sold a ton of artwork. I can't remember what number. I'm going to say close to 200. No, more than that. Anyway, we sold a lot of artwork last year. But most of that money goes right back to the artist. So we keep a small commission fee.
Okay.
But it's an opportunity to support artists locally and kind of give them a little bit of a encouraging boost to kind of continue practicing their craft.
Yes.
And growing exposure for them as well. So that's been a really nice thing that the gallery's been able to do within the community.
Yeah, your Christmas sale is phenomenal. Like I go in there, I'm just like, wow, I want to buy so many things. And this year it expanded to the big gallery, which was insane because it's typically in the small gallery. It's, wall to ceiling artwork that's for sale, and it's a Christmas fundraiser. But this year it filled the large gallery as well. So there was so much stuff to buy, which is great. And I'm sure the plan is this year as well. I mean, we're a little bit early for Christmas.
This year it might actually grow a touch more.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
So deck the walls.
That's
Hilarious.
what it's called, yeah.
I love it.
November,
we did
December,
we did a little podcast with Fran Hanover when she had like the front of it.
Yeah.
And again, I got there, I was like, I want that, I want this, I need that, that'll go there, this will go here. Like, wow.
Sometimes we sneak
Really
down
cool.
before the opening reception and staff are like,
right?
okay, before everybody else puts their red dots up on the wall.
Exactly. Reserved.
Yeah, my eyes are definitely bigger than my wallet a lot of times.
Yes, I know. It's like, oh yeah.
So we will be announcing a new season in the gallery as well as in the theater at our season launch, which happens May 26th.
Wonderful.
So that's a really fun night. Join us in the theater. We start off with a little bit of bubbly, move everybody to the Betty Spears Theater, and then kind of run through all the events that are programmed for 26, 27, both at the theater and then in the gallery. And then we follow that with an opening reception in the gallery for another community show.
Which is awesome. It's not just a media launch anymore.
No.
It's actually a full event. People go in, they sit down. Dan, you're on stage and you're talking about each artist. Sometimes you bring in artists to perform on the stage. Like, it is a full-fledged event, and it's free, or is there a cost to it?
It's completely free.
Okay.
For us, it's about bringing as many people together and, of course, promoting the events. But for us, trying to create as few barriers as possible for people to come and experience different art forms at our facility is part of it. So that's why this is also completely free.
Dang.
So a ticketed event. You have to get tickets, but they're
Reserve.
free. Yeah. And then it's an opportunity for members as well. So as Dan mentioned earlier, the Capital Center is a not-for-profit charitable organization, which I think is sometimes missed.
Why do you think it's missed?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because live entertainment just seems to be
Synonymous with profit?
a for-profit
Yeah,
industry,
I think a
perhaps,
lot of
but-
people think of concerts and they think of the big players like Live Nation, and they're definitely a for-profit organization. And for us, we are definitely a community central and centered organization. And, it's not something that we're looking to do. We're not looking to line our pockets. Everything that we make goes back into programs for the community, whether that's through our education program, our outreach and organization, providing free family films, things like that. So, I think people see other venues and organizations across Canada. They think of, big concerts at the Air Canada Centre or Scotiabank, and they think, that's just a money-making endeavor. So we sort of get lumped in there.
So as a not-for-profit organization, though, we are very fortunate to have an incredible community of supporters. So whether it's sponsors who support a lot of the different events, we have an incredible team of volunteers. I just can't even...
How many?
About 115 volunteers.
Amazing.
And last year, close to 6,000 volunteer hours, I think, at the Capital Center there. And the more volunteers we get, they're like, oh, but that means fewer shifts for me.
Oh, I love it.
It's such a great problem to have.
Yeah.
But I don't understand where you people come from because
Yeah. You should really lease them out sometimes, Like other organizations could use them.
We slow down in the summer, and I think a lot of them help out with different summer projects in the community. So there's a rotation of sorts. But we also have a membership program. So season launch is an exciting night for everybody, but for members, they kind of get first crack at things. So after season launch, members have the opportunity to buy tickets before the general public. So
I'm a member.
get to the front of the line,
How am I not? I need to
get your
be.
favorite
you need to be.
seats. So it is a really exciting night all around, just to kind of see what's coming up. And that's where we share our Capital Center Presents lineup. So I want to say in 2025, we had maybe 200 plus events at the Capital Center. In the theater, maybe specifically, that doesn't include gallery. And I'm going to say about 40% of those are Capital Center Presents events. So events that we have programmed, where Dan has sort of connected with various artists and their management teams. They're a part of our season lineup. They're a part of our outreach initiatives, and they're events that we sort of have a bigger stake in. So we are responsible for promoting those events, for selling the tickets, setting the ticket prices, working with the artists, negotiating the contracts, doing the hospitality advances and tech advances and such. Whereas some of the other events that come might be local rentals. So I'd say about a third of our events are typically working with local community organizations, such as dance studios or Dreamcoat or the Symphony. And then there's commercial rentals. And they come in and they rent the building. They pay the staff. They kind of take care of promoting the show and sort of working with the artist on their own. So that's more of a hands-off for us. It's an opportunity to generate some revenue when the theater would be quiet, because we don't necessarily have the means or the capacity or the resources to have a whole year of programmed events. Renting out the theater balances that out a little bit. But the season launch is it's an exciting night for us to share all the hard work that Dan's been doing behind the scenes, and then the team as a whole kind of gearing up to welcome these artists to North Bay.
It's almost that time of year. Early mornings at the rink, fresh notebooks and backpacks, and a community gearing up for another great season of varsity sports. At Source for Sports North Bay, we're proud to be part of it all. Whether it's finding your kid's first pair of skates, gearing up for tryouts, or outfitting your team for the season ahead, we've got you covered. Because here, we're not just a sports store, we're neighbors, coaches, teammates, and fans. And we're proud to cheer you on every shift, step, and stride of the way. Visit Source for Sports North Bay at 1321 Fisher Street and let us help you along your way.
At Agnico Eagle, we are committed to being a trusted community partner, focusing our efforts on building a local economy that lasts for generations. Our careers offer the flexibility and ample downtime needed to find lifelong balance. We strive to be a good neighbor, investing in our people and their future, not just because we operate here, but because this is home. We make mining work.
I think there's a misconception, Capital Center isn't a roadhouse, right? It's not just come here and rent it out. You guys are not-for-profit within the Capital Center that put on an entire season, and people just sprinkle in their shows throughout the year. And sometimes I think people, when they see the program, they're like, well, why isn't ABBA there? Why? I thought they were coming. Why isn't the date there? Well, they rented the theater. It's a little bit different than what you guys would put on for a show. So you guys have a mandate to put on a certain amount of performances, different types of programming for the community. Can you talk to us a bit about that?
Sure, absolutely. It is guided by our strategic plan that our board of also dedicated volunteers help us put together that sort of guide us as we go. And one of our objectives is being as inclusive as possible. So when we look at our programming, we're looking at things like price point. We're looking at the different genres and types of acts that are available that would pique the interests of different sections of our community. It would be great if we could just be like, okay, we're doing 20 rock shows and we're done.
Yeah.
But there are different styles and tastes and needs in the community. So we program things like dance, theater, comedy, as well as different genres of
Even
music.
like circus stuff.
Yeah.
You've had those kind of shows
favorites.
too. Yeah, for sure.
Family and children's programming, spectacles. So we sort of have to look at what are people looking for and asking for, and we take a lot of our member and patron feedback. We have surveys that we send out after every show to try and get as much information back.
Nice.
In the past, we've done things like holding town halls, which I think we're actually due for another one coming up soon. We've talked about that to get feedback from the community. Because really, as we've said, like this is a place for the community. This isn't just us wanting to do whatever we feel like doing.
Get that community feedback, right?
Exactly.
And it's only successful with the community buy-in as well. Again, as a nonprofit, like we rely on the sponsors and the donors and the members and the volunteers to really make it successful. So them having an opportunity to contribute to the direction of the Capital Centre is important.
Yeah. I have a funny story about volunteers because so I work at the hospital, and we love our volunteers as well. Like we couldn't do our day. Well, I mean, we could, but we'd be very tired at the end of the day without our volunteers. They're awesome. And one of the volunteers at the hospital, her name is Joanne. And anyway, so I chat with her kind of every day. Whenever I see her, I go say hi to the ladies, and we're chit chatting. And anyways, recently my mom and I went to the Capital Centre to see a show, and I walk in, and there's Joanne. I was like, Joanne, what's up, girl? She kind of looked at me like as if she didn't know me. And I was like, what? Hello, like this. And so I went over and I was like, hi, it's Lisa from the hospital. And she was like, oh, I'm Janet. So she's a twin. They're twins. Janet, I was like, oh my God, what? I'm like, then, okay, I know your sister Joanne. She's like, oh yeah, I get that all the time. Anyways, they're adorable. They're like, she reminds me of like Betty White. And that's a compliment, believe me, because I love Betty White. Anyways, but they're hilarious. So I was like, okay. So Janet volunteers at the Capital Centre and Joanne does the hospital. And anyways, it was just funny. But I'm like,
Very community-oriented family.
Oh yeah, and the volunteers. Do you ever worry about, because I look at the demographic of our volunteers, and I wonder sometimes, what's going to happen in the next 10, 20 years with volunteers. Yeah. Like, do you ever wonder that?
Are we allowed to say COVID?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
During the pandemic, that was a legitimate concern with venues across, I would say Ontario, but probably anywhere.
Yeah.
Our volunteer program thrived post-pandemic, and I honestly don't know exactly what it was.
Getting out of the house.
I mean, and we have like Emmanuel's one of our employees who's sort of the big player in making the volunteer program run as efficiently as it does. So she's put in a lot of hard work, but we have attracted a number of student volunteers. So every year we do a volunteer appreciation, and we would recognize a volunteer of the year. And we actually added in a student volunteer of the year award because we were getting student volunteers on a regular basis, both secondary and post-secondary. And a couple parent and kid duos. And
nice.
The volunteer demographic is becoming much more diverse. And spanning a few different age brackets,
that's good
which
news.
is really encouraging, because I think that was a big concern and a big challenge for venues coming out of the pandemic. And I think we had a few hiccups along the way, but for the most part, we've had really good engagement. It's a good group of people. There's really great morale.
Yeah, and I think maybe one of the biggest changes that we went from more of a passive volunteer program to really going out into the community and being more engaging. So once again, Emmanuel has been fantastic for us.
Sounds like Superwoman.
This year, I can't even count how many different careers and civics groups at different schools, whether it's Scholar, Algonquin, West Ferris. She's gone out and done these,
the Seniors Living Trade Show.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We're just trying to get out there
She's
and
a
engaging
recruiter.
people at different.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. She's one of our volunteer recruiters.
You guys
She's-
better pay her more. I don't know.
Amen.
We're a charitable, not-for-profit organization.
You
Here's
do
an
your
extra.
best. You do your best. Yeah.
Breakfast somewhere
What kind
or something.
of
some
jobs? What kind of jobs do volunteers do? I know there's ticket takers,
Ushering.
Concession.
concession.
Oh, yeah.
Gallery docent has been.
What's a docent?
Oh, yeah. What is that?
So a steward, essentially.
Bodyguards?
So-
Are they allowed to? Do they have a taser?
art.
Touch it.
We started
Do that.
2 years ago now. 2 or 3 years. The gallery's now open before all of the shows in the theater.
Okay.
Which
Busy.
has been really nice, because the gallery, again, there's always been great exhibitions in the gallery, but typically gallery hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 12 to 4. So not always individuals might struggle to make those hours. So
Yeah.
we started opening the gallery prior to shows in the theater a couple years ago. So hour and a half before each showtime. And we have a gallery docent, so a volunteer that is essentially there they're normally briefed on the exhibition so they can answer a few questions, but just kind of keep an eye and make sure nobody's kind of touching the art or
Yep.
messing things up at all. But that's been a big help, is allowing us to have our theater patrons, so on nights when 900 people show up, allowing them to be able to visit the gallery, many of whom I don't think realize that the gallery was a part of the Capitol Center. So it complements that cultural experience. So a very well-rounded night out, and added exposure for a lot of the different artists within the community or those that are kind of touring with shows, to reach an audience that might not typically just kind of come to a gallery on their own, but are passing through on the way to the show. So gallery docents has been a really nice addition to the volunteer
And it helps
responsibilities.
helps your curator Jen out quite a bit, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's been a fun one to have. And they really like it. So I think the exhibitions are, again, like I said, we've had really talented artists in. So it's every once in a while I don't enjoy sitting at my desk for too long and I just need a moment. So I'll go downstairs, I'll just stand in the gallery for a little bit and I'm like, okay.
Reset.
Inspired.
Yes. We should probably talk about Block Party a little bit because you guys have taken it over. And last year you did a fantastic job in your, what would be the word, your first year taking it on. I forget, but anyway. Inaugural
Yes.
Capitol Center
Yes.
takeover.
Initiation.
This year it's a 2-day event.
Yes.
Which is exciting. What's happening on the Friday? What's happening on the Saturday?
Yeah.
What are the dates?
So Saturday will be very similar to yours. Similar to last year, I guess. Bay Block Party was a successful event. It had a really great flow, really good. There was a good formula there, so we didn't veer too far off the beaten path last year. We did add a second stage. So that just increased the number of artists we were able to support for Bay Block Party. And Dan can maybe touch on that in a minute. But this year, Saturday will look very similar to last year. So with the 2 stages again. But we decided to do something a little bit more on Friday night just to engage some of the downtown businesses a little bit more. On Saturday, it feels like everybody's out on Main Street and they're really excited about the different vendors and the different performers and such, which is great to see. We kind of envision Friday night as an opportunity for people to venture inside the different shops and such on Main Street.
Nice, yeah.
So
Restaurant partners.
yeah, there'll be acoustic acts programmed at 5 different restaurants. And there'll be a Bay Block Party edition gallery hop happening and encouraging the other downtown businesses and shops to open up or do activations on their own, but really giving an opportunity for the community to come down and kind of experience both sides of the coin. So be able to kind of go inside and visit more of those shops and restaurants and then join us again on the Saturday and sort of see what's happening right out on Main Street. And also a nice, an added perk, if you will, for those that are making the trip in from out of town. So they can come to North Bay for the weekend. There's something to do Friday night. There's something to do all day Saturday. So that was something we've been working on with Tourism North Bay, is just trying to that added incentive for tourists to come to town, which supports the local artists, supports the businesses and stuff, but is a huge support with the local economy as well. And then, so programming has allowed us to
The
really
lineup
increase.
looks huge.
Yeah, we had just an overwhelming amount of submissions this year. How we book our programming for Bay Block Parties, we open it up to the community, and it really is a community first programming program. I'll say that 10 times fast. So we had just over 100 different local artists submit. We more than doubled the amount of artists that we were able to accommodate this year by adding that second night. So we have the 5 different venues that are going to have music from 6:30 all the way until 11 at night at the different venues on the Friday. But we're also adding a couple of street performers, busker style. So as you're walking from place to place, it's just we're trying to create a sort of just this feel of community as well on that night. We've been working with tourism and DIA so that, we can make sure that all the businesses are being well attended that evening. But from a programming, we've had that, and we're still looking to add a few more surprises as we get closer to for the Friday night. And then, on the Saturday, we've got the 2 stages, which we've expanded a little bit on the acoustic stage. Rogers has come back once again to help sponsor that. And that one is mainly going to be an acoustic, solo, and duo for those that, like a little bit more of a calmer setting. Bring your lawn chair. The main stage definitely is a little bit louder, more active and energetic. So we run right from noon all the way up until about 11 o'clock on the Saturday, and we cap things off with the Strumbellas this year as the headliners. So we're really excited about them coming in.
Okay, where are the stages, though?
So the main stage is on Main Street at, I want to say, at Fraser.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's,
down by the CIBC.
Okay.
And the acoustic stage, we were actually moving, it was in the Rogers parking lot. We're moving it to the intersection of Wild and Main Street. So that's just exciting. Sort of like an...
Is it a bigger stage?
It'll be bigger than it was. Okay. Last year, we just had a couple of risers with a tent over it. We're actually getting a flatbed trailer to have these artists on top of, just to provide a little bit more exposure as well on Main Street.
And then we also added visual artist demonstrations last year, which was a nice opportunity to kind of get the gallery involved in a bigger role. So those were a lot of fun. I think the community really, I think it's fascinating to see kind of the creative process start to finish and see a piece come to life right in front of you. So we will be doing that again and maybe adding a few more of the visual arts demonstrations to the Saturday lineup as well.
Cool. Lovely. And of course, there's breweries and spirits or wineries too. Like, what about the tasting and the mug and all that?
So there's different drink vendors as well. Well, similar drink vendors to years past, but there'll be about 8 drink vendors. There will be a number of vendors offering non-alcoholic beverages as well this year, which will be nice for those that want to partake and try something a little bit, fun and exciting. So we're really excited about that. And then Food Fest will also be happening on the block where the main stage is. So that's another opportunity to kind of get out and, experience some different tastes.
Yeah. Are you looking for vendors at this point? Have you guys secured everybody?
So
do you need to?
There is an open call for food vendors currently, which can get information off of the Bay Block Party website for that. I think we've filled all the drink vendor slots.
Great.
But still actively kind of piecing together pieces. So opportunities available for the food vendors for sponsors if there's still companies or local businesses that are interested in getting involved.
The Artisan's Way will be back, and I believe they're still looking for vendors as well for the market.
That's they take up that middle block in front of you guys.
Yeah. Last year there was about 45 vendors. And not just North Bay, like Northern Ontario predominantly, which is really, it's like a Northern Ontario showcase. It's really special that there's this sort of appetite, I guess, for Northern Ontario art. And so we anticipate they'll have a good showing again this year. But nice way to go out and see some of the different artisans that we have locally and in the area.
I tell you, man, I was there not last year, the year before. And it's going to, it'll be a core memory.
I know.
It'll be a core memory. It was because we just talk about the dates. Because this was August. 2 years ago, is it still August? Yeah. And so August and September, those are the summer. That's the summer for me.
Yes.
Because the bugs are gone, the shadows are gone.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And everything is just kind of more settled and quiet in August. And well, I don't know. My friend Andrea and I, we went down there. It was kind of spur of the moment thing. We're like, let's go check it out. And we were able to walk from my place, which was nice. And we got down there, saw so many people that I knew. It was kind of crazy.
It's a big reunion.
It's a reunion. It really is. We talk about community, and it's every second person, you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? And we just like danced the night away. We had some drinks. We tried some gin, like a couple different vendors. We went into the block and had we did our little shot of Patron. We always do a little shot of Patron together. Anyways, but it was amazing. It was awesome. The music was great, and we were just like, the night was like a perfect, like the weather was perfect. It was warm enough, not too warm. There was no wind. Like it was just one of those nights that like you'll just always remember. You know, it was just like
it's a very special event.
Yeah, it was
and
a really cool event.
Kudos to North Bay Area Real Estate Board because they are the ones that brought it to life. We are honored to be able to carry it forward. But it is, I think it's special for the community. It's special for all the local talent that has this stage. And also programming for families too.
Right.
So there is Kids Zone that runs from 12 to 5. Mm-hmm. And I think that was the goal of Enbara, but also the Capital Center is really, again, having that family programming that's accessible to everyone. It's a free event all day long. So
free.
Come down and attend, come all day, come down with the kids, bring the kids to the babysitter, come back.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's usually what people do.
That's usually what they do.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing too, is like there was no negativity.
No.
You know? Like there was no fighting, there was nobody throwing drinks on other people. Like it was just, everybody was just chill, like just having a good time, enjoying the music, enjoying the weather, enjoying each other.
And there's a lot of exciting things that downtown North Bay has to kind of be proud of and to share with the larger community. So I do think there's also some misconceptions about the downtown, but I really think Bay Block Party brings out the best.
Yeah, it does.
100%.
North Bay's downtown.
For sure. Yeah. Wait, so when is it? August
21st and 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Saturday. Okay.
Friday, Saturday. It's going to be good. I do think a big part of it too, I just wanted to touch on, when you see people that you know in the community, you start chatting with them. You haven't seen them in a while. You start asking them how they've been, and then you start saying, hey, let's get together. Let's do this. And then creation just kind of happens from that.
Yeah.
I just noticed that a lot from years of going and doing it. And I think there was a survey that came out with these brothers who came, not brothers, someone who lived here, somebody from the States or something. They did a survey in North Bay and they said, what would be the best thing to happen in North Bay to help, spur up economic development or something like that. And they were talking about how, you have to have these community events to bring people together. And that's what really gets creation going and the economy going and things. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for introverts, which I am.
Exactly.
Just
right?
go.
Just go and do it. Don't listen to the introvert.
I know. Don't be
the
like,
extrovert.
no, I'm in my pajamas. It's 3 p.m. I don't go out after that. Go out.
Speaking of summer, you also have the summer cruise series. I think we should touch on.
Yeah.
You have.
So that's on the website, but then I'm like, I didn't know that was like a.
It's a hot commodity. That's them that put it on.
So our season programming tends to be September to April timeframe. Mm-hmm. We get a lot of rentals in the building, May and June, with dance and graduations and such. Summer, people like to be outside. They like to be on the water at their cottages. So we don't want to fight that. We like to be out on the water too. But we've done a blues cruise for years and years now. Yeah. And then a couple of years ago, it grew.
Yeah, we coming out of the pandemic, we were trying to find ways to expand on this this feeling that people were getting in terms of the summer of being together.
Because it was a sellout, right?
Yeah, the Blues Cruise is sold out for, I want to say, more than 15 years. It's been something that has been happening traditionally the Friday before the September long weekend for years.
Yeah.
So we thought, let's expand on that. So we added a country as well as a classic rock inspired themed cruise. And the first 2 years of that, they sold out as well.
Amazing.
It's almost at a point where we're like, well, do we add a second night
a pop night?
Yes.
A Spice Girls
jazz night?
So,
a Spice Girls night?
Come on, guys.
So this year we ended up adding a fourth one, and it's an 80s inspired
Fun.
cruise. So,
I love it.
and that one's actually selling quicker than the other ones at this point. So that one probably within the next month or so should be sold out.
Wait a second.
It's like my generation.
Someone just sent me the 80s experience. Is that the cruise?
No, so
That's different?
There's a rental show coming in as well. It's called 80s Confidential, the
That's
greatest
what it is.
80s show that never was. But the cruise is...
Cruise will be fun.
I'm gonna have to crash
And then
cruise.
in addition to the summer cruise series, we're announcing soon, we have announced the life drawing series. So the gallery does life drawing every month. And again, that's one of those community engagement or community outreach, I guess, pieces. That's another free event for the community to participate in and just kind of cultivate that appreciation for visual arts. But for the summer, they're putting a fun spin on it. And they'll be doing outdoor life drawing sessions with different downtown businesses. So stay tuned for that because I don't know that it's been fully
I don't think it's
Fleshed out.
fully out there. But
Fleshed out.
as
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
talking.
I know. I was just gonna say, is that when like people draw naked people?
yes.
They'll be clothed.
Yes.
How do you volunteer for that? You gotta put in an application or something.
Yeah,
It just shows up.
You and me.
I don't know,
This
man.
is the full form of a podcaster. We could do it.
we tested it out last summer with Opera
The life
Bakery.
drawing, not the nude drawings.
Not the new drawings. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And we had, maybe...
We did 3 last summer.
Oh, did we? Yeah.
Opera Bakery was it was popular. I want to say it was close to 40 people. And like people come out with their notebook, they sketch for a little bit, they get up and they keep
the
going
what?
along their
That's
way.
awesome.
And it's so cool to see that North Bay's just like, yes, art. We love art.
Yeah.
And like we want to be a part of that. And again, not just professional artists, like people that just want to come and doodle for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so we'll be doing an evolved version this summer. There'll be a few additions to the life drawing summer series. But that's another fun thing I think that we haven't had before in the community. So excited to see that kind of gaining momentum. But we'll be sharing some more information on our summer life drawing series.
Cool. I think people like to say, there's nothing to do here. Some people complain. Like, there's a lot to do here.
tons to do.
You just
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
look for
Yeah.
it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for coming in, you guys.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for
us.
having
I've
us.
learned a
Yeah.
lot actually because I actually did not know all of those programs that were being offered by the Capitol Center. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
And like it's always been a community, like I just kind of went on the website before coming, and I didn't know that because the office space is upstairs. When you and I were there in 2007, I remember going upstairs, and some of the artists around town had rented out rooms. But then I'm reading on the website, like the first OPP office was there. There was like a dental office there for a while, Dominion Life
CBC.
Insurance, like all the
CBC
so it's
Radio, I think.
always been like a hub. It's always been like a big community hub. So the fact that. And I mean, kudos to COVID. Let's just say, because how many awesome things came out of that? Like, honestly, quite often people are like, well, after the pandemic, we had to find ways of, and then all of a sudden this new kind of
you get
Phoenix
resourceful.
rises out, and now you come up with all these new programs and stuff for the community, which is awesome.
And
so.
it was a time when I think a lot of people kind of rediscovered passions or like
Right, yeah.
pursuits that they might have.
Guitar,
stare at the wall all day.
So
Yeah,
we have
Jamborees.
this budding talent within the community. That
Hey, that was your first podcast.
I know. So exciting.
Girl.
Lisa, this is all because of you.
You did? No, you're awesome. You're you're natural.
I appreciate that.
You're
Thank
a
you.
natural. All those years ago, Kate, 2007,
Yes.
you and I met.
I know.
The stars aligned and they were like, soon they will do great things.
I feel like we're going to be the Golden Girls, you and me.
Aw, I love it.
Just reminisce.
Can I be Blanche?
You can be Blanche.
She's sassy. I just love her little mules. Click, 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 click. All over the floor. So great.
Songs like Be Betty White.
Yes, girl. That was like, honestly, I mean, I said that at the end of the podcast, but I was like, thank you guys for coming in because I had no idea how much the Capitol Center did. I thought it was like the season, September to April, the end.
It's 365 days of programming, essentially. That's what it feels like anyway.
Like Katina said at one point, they did like over 200 shows last season. I was like, what? Like you don't think of that. Like it's pretty insane. And now they got the block party going on.
Block
Like
party, the art gallery. I don't think people realize the magnitude of which they are central to the community as well. So yeah, really
Huge.
important people.
Yeah, it's a really cool building too.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's haunted. Do you think it's haunted?
I think it is. There's a ghost story, actually. Did you ever do the ghost story?
No.
Oh, you have to go on the tour, and they live in the Phantom of the Opera lives in there, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
I know. Yeah, I love scary stories. I love haunted stories. Hey, why don't we tell the viewers, the listeners,
do we do
where to
next?
go?
Okay, so you're supposed to go to North Bay Echo, is that right? northbayecho.ca. And you're supposed to also go to all the different pages.
Yeah, you check out the podcast.
Check out the podcast page. Check out To North Bay with Love. Any of the other ones too.
Little newsletter.
Little newsletter. You can sign up for the newsletter. Of
Yeah.
course. What else, Lise?
That's it, man.
Till next time, be curious about what's happening in your neighborhood.